Yeah,
Okay. So I'm very thanks for your info confirmation, team. So and try to make the session as an interactive session. Okay, if I ask something, so if you guys understand it or not understand it, I'm not sure, right? So please make it as an understandable interactive session. So if you're not able to understand, do let me know. We'll discuss one more time the same points. Okay. So see here, Tim. We have just completed our last 3 days at demo sessions. Okay. So in a last demo session, we just understand how to create a project and what are the repository types it's available. So the project creation stuff is clear for everyone.
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay. So see, let me repeat again. So installation of Tricentis Tosca Commander will share you a 2025.1 version of Tosca Commander and will give a license activation to 6 months of license activation. And along with that, so we'll provide a certifications. Okay, product consultant certificate. So this is completely a advanced level certificate. If you have this product consultant PPC, if you have this product consultant certificate, so around since you are the completely a advanced technical skilled person in the market. Okay. So here the Tricentis team is grouped. Tricentis team is grouped almost earlier 7 certificates only. Earlier 7 certificates they grouped and they just released one PDF file. You are stating like a product consultant person. But right now, what Tricentis did for this particular year, in 2026 onwards, they just grouped almost 17 plus badges, certificate badges. If you complete this 17 plus certificate badges, the final 18th one is the PCC exam. Once you clear this exam, then you will get a certified person in Tricentis Tosca, the product consultant exam. Clear? So see here, this is updated in the 2026 only, and earlier we have 7. The most of the people are giving only these 7 badges here. For this 7, this 17, you will get only a badges only. Okay. But whenever you attend this exam, then only you'll get a PDF certificate file. So right now we are just guiding and we are giving, we are just taking initiation to clear all the certifications to you all. You no need to worry. Okay, now. So one is Tosca Commander. The Commander, we just start learning in Tosca on-premises application. That is a Tosca Commander. Once we understand Tosca Commander, anyway, we have a license almost 6 months. You can utilize this 6 months of license. Okay. And another one is this is a certification program. And later on, we just start Tosca Cloud. In this Tosca Cloud, we do have only a 14 days of trial version here. So even we requested Tricentis team to extend the license, not a trial one. We're just planning to purchase some license here, but we are not, that admin team is not connected with a salesperson. So once these people are available for us, so probably we'll extend this 14 days to at least 1 month. Clear? What points we are going to discuss on this entire training point of view?
Yes.
Yes,
So coming to here, Tim, the project kind of things, what projects we do cover. So here I'll cover at least 4 to 5 projects here. One project is SAP project. Okay. The another one is web applications. In the web, you get one of the banking applications and e-commerce applications. Along with that, technical challenges. In real time, if you have any kind of technical challenges, if you're facing, then how to resolve that. Okay. So these all are the project categories. So instead of projects, we can say the applications which we are going to discuss entire these training sessions. So in these training sessions, you will get a completely a technical knowledge come a logical analysis team. Okay, so most of the people they can share a technical knowledge, but here in automation, logical thinking is very, very important. If you gain a technical knowledge, that is not a enough tip. Whenever you get any challenge, then how to resolve that? If you want to resolve any challenge, the technical logical thinking is very important. You'll gain that kind of knowledge also in these trainings. Okay. So that's it for high level entire training related stuff, guys. So today I'll start a project Tosca Commander onwards. That means the basics of Tosca Commander. What it is? A basics of Tosca Commander. So as I said, Tosca Commander is a desktop application. So here one of the interview question. So what is Tosca Commander? So here, Tim, one more point. Tosca itself, there is no coding here. There is no coding. Even zero line of coding also will not write here. The thing is, in interview's point of view, you will get always a theoretical interview question. Only a theoretical interview question. If you are attending any interview like a Selenium or any other technologies, definitely they'll ask you to share the screen and they ask to write some code over there. But in Tosca, that is not the case. It's a very simple, guys. So they ask the question theoretically, and even you have to explain the respective answer theoretically. That's it. Not much. Why, Anusha? Why theoretically? Because there is no coding in Tosca Commander. Clear? Clear first point, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Anish.
Okay. So coming to Tosca Commander. So understand here, team, Tosca Commander is a IDE. So in programming languages, we call these IDEs Python IDE, Eclipse IDE, and Visual Studio IDE like this. So the similar way, Tosca Commander is also acting IDE because here, one second, here we do the test case development. Here we build or we develop the test cases, with the help of, so how we are developing a test cases? The help of, remember guys, drag and drop option. That's it. Simple. With the help of drag and drop. That's it. So Tosca Commander itself, it is acting as a IDE. So here we develop the test cases with the help of drag and drop. That's it. Okay. So the Tosca Commander is acting as a IDE, right? Then how to create a project? How to create a framework? The first point is here. How to set up the framework? How to set up the framework? So here you have to understand in Tosca point of view, you no need to set up the framework team. That is not at all required. Then which one is required here, Anusha? See here, by default, by default, Tosca itself, it is a which framework? A modular framework. What is the framework name, team? Modular framework. Okay. It will create, so it will create at the time of project creation. It will create at the time of project creation. This point is clear. So, like Selenium, you no need to set up any framework for this particular project stream. Whenever you do create one project in Tosca Commander, so automatically it will create this entire framework. I'll show you this framework right now. This point is clear.
Yes, Anush.
Yes.
Okay, let me show you. I'm just opening a Tosca commander. Just go to your Windows search, enter Tosca, and then commander. You can see the commander app is already open. Just open this Tosca commander. So once you open this one, team, see here the Tricent is Tosca 2025.1. So right now I'm using very latest version, team. You know? So if you are learning a something newly added by Tricentis, that will add a more knowledge to your skill set. If you are learning old tools, that won't add anything to. Okay. So here you learn old thing along with new one. You know. So see here, what are the projects you created earlier? You can see all projects here itself only. Okay. Just simply perform a double click on this particular project icon. So here it is asking a login credentials. Why login credentials, team? Why commander is asking login credentials? Which project I created? Common repositories. What is common repositories, team? What is mean by common repository? The more than one person is working on the same repositories or same workspace. The meaning of that, I just opened Tosca Commander my side. Okay. Let us assume my team strength is 5 members. These 5 members also log into the same workspace. If multiple people are accessing one particular project from different laptops or different locations, then how to give access to them? So here the login authentication is very, very important in real time. Authentication is very, very important thing in real time. Okay. So here, team, if you're working on a Tosca project in real time, make sure you have to enter your respective user IDs and passwords here. User IDs and passwords here. Team. That is a very, very important thing you should understand. Okay, now. So right now I just created project. So right now I'm working as an administrator. Just log in with admin credentials here. So I just set up the credentials at the time of project creation only. Let me add here admin. So once you enter the credentials, then go to a login page here. Okay. So see here, we already opened this Tosca commander. Once you open this Tosca commander, see here, I'll just close all these sections. By default, it will add all these sections. What are the things you are seeing here? These things we call it as a sections. A different terminology is there. Some people they call it as a sections. Some people they call it as a phases. Some of the projects we call it as a towers. Okay, some projects we call it as a components. These all are the different terminologies. Okay. But ultimately, we call all these things as a sections. Even you can see here one option is there sections icon. If you click on here, you can see all these sections. Okay. Let's be focused on the framework right now. let's be focused on framework right now. So see here, team, I'm just closing all these windows, the respective windows. If you want, we can open these windows later. Let me close it right now. Okay. So this is the project. You can see the left side. This entire thing is acting as a project. Whenever you do create project, it will add automatically this entire structure. It will add automatically this entire structure. This structure, we call it as a modular framework. Okay. And here, most of the sections, it's automatically added. So let me segregate all these sections and I'll explain to you in detail here. Using this particular Tosca project, what actions we can do except a testing. See, we all are here to learn testing only, but here the Tricentis team itself, they are providing one platform, the lot of flexibilities to us. One thing, using this particular project, we can do a test management. So, test management tool. Tosca Commander is acting as a test management tool. Why Tosca Commander is acting as a test management tool? Because we can maintain the requirements here. If you want, you can create some test plan here. If you want, we can raise some issues here. See, the requirement section, test plan section, issues section, all this comes under test management tools, right? Everyone able to hear me?
Yes, yes, Anish.
Yes, right? See, understand here one thing. Why I said it is a test management, because the Tricentis team, they are providing these features as part of a project creation only. What are those? Requirement section, test plan issues. If you see in the right, the left side, the project structure level, I'll highlight those points here. This is a requirement section to maintain the requirements. This is the test plan to design a test plan for upcoming sprints and current sprints. And this is the issues section to raise a defects to the respective developers. Clear in these two features?
Yes.
Now coming to real time. Can we use these features in automation, Anusha? I said no. So we cannot use these options in real time. That means we cannot touch these sections in real time. Understand this point? So we are automation testers. We are not interacting with Tosca Commander for test management activities. Clear? Any questions here? I'm just expecting some questions from your side right now. Any questions?
Nisha, then who will be using this section?
So these sections is belongs to only a test management activities. So why we are not using these sections in real time? So let us coming to a real time point of your team. Already the companies or they are using their respective test management tools. What are those?
Jira.
Jira. So we do have few more. HPLM.
Real time.
So here Azure DevOps. So we do have these kind of test management tools, right?
Yes.
See, we have to do cross checking of these things first point. So if I want to use Tosca Commander as a test management tool, what actions I required? What things we required here? Tosca installation is required, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What about these Jira, these real-time tools? Do we require any installation for this Jira, HPLM, and Azure DevOps? only authentication is required, correct? So if you're not able to access, we just raise a request, then will they give authentication to us to log into the Jira HPLM. So who or access these test management tools in real time? Who are most frequently work with these test management tools, team?
Uh,
I can say the
the product
client
manage
access, product managers,
manual testers as well.
product managers, manual testers,
Develop-
developers. So the managers who are working as a managers and automation as an automation tester, we do access the same thing, automation
Yeah.
testers. See, these many people are interacting with test management tools daily basis. If they wants to use Tosca Commander as a test management tools, what action they have to do from their end?
Tosca
Tosca
installation.
Commander installation is required, right?
Yeah.
Is it recommended every time to install Tosca Commander for these many peoples only for test management actions? Getting? Why companies are not using Tosca tool as a management tool? Getting? Clear in this point?
Yeah.
See, in real time, we won't work on these sections because these sections, it's already we are working with in a test management tools. Those are Jira, HPALM, or Azure DevOps, any one of these. Okay. So right now we are learning this Tosca Commander only for automation purpose, not for a management tool. Clear? Any questions, Tim, right now? Everyone clear with the test management tool?
Yes, Anusha.
Great. So if you have any questions, please raise your hands or you can unmute yourself and then ask your questions, Tim. Okay. So let me maximize this window. So right now we just had a discussion about a test management tool. Okay. Let me talk about automation. Let me talk about automation. So here, Tim, in test automation point of view, what are these sections we do work in Tosca Commander? See here, what are the sections? I'm just noting here. These things are very, 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 very important things, and we do work with these sections most frequently, guys. For any kind of project, if you get an opportunity with Tosca with web or Tosca with SAP, Tosca with Salesforce, Tosca with mainframes, what are the project category? What are the sections? I'm just noting here. These things is common for all projects. The first section is module section. Module. Test case section. Execution. These things we work in real time most frequently. In automation also we do work with these sections only. What is the first one? Module section, test case section, and the execution section. Okay. So here these things is quite common for all projects. So what are the projects we do automate in Tosca? These sections are common for all projects. What exactly it means? The workflow. What are the workflow you are learning for these three sections like module creation, test case creation, executions? These things is common for all projects. The workflow itself, it is common for all projects. Clear? Okay. Let us understand what this module section it is holding. What exactly this module section is holding. So let me understand here. If I consider one UI here, I'm just giving an example. Okay. So let us assume this is your application. Okay, no? This is your Amazon application. In this Amazon application, you have one text box under this Amazon. Under this text box, you do have one more button like here it has a search icon. Okay. Now here, team, our requirement is here to go open this Amazon URL. Once you open this URL, enter some search criteria here like iPhone or something. You can enter any electronic devices, anything. Just hit the click operation on this search. Okay. If you are a manual tester, what you guys can do?
So we need to write these steps. Open URL,
So,
Amazon.
okay. Let me write a manual tester roles responsibilities. So what is the first step here? Open Amazon
URL.
URL. Next,
Click on
Enter user ID.
enter something. I'm just giving iPhone in search text box. Once you enter these things, then what action you have to do?
click on search.
Click on search button. So who are working as a manual tester, they write these manual test steps. Once the build is ready, then you execute these scripts. Okay. So because you are the person directly interacting with this application. Manual testing is nothing but direct interaction with web application. But right now, in automation, same script. So what is the prerequisite to automation? Tell me. What is the prerequisite?
Scripts.
The manual tester. So what are the steps noted here? We have to automate same thing in a automation. How to do automation right now? How to do automation? See here, team, in automation level, if you go any automation, first of all, we capture the element properties. So automation to automation, the terminology, it will vary, guys. The thing is here, capture element properties. So in Selenium, we can call it as an element, but in Tosca, we call it as a controls. Okay, control properties. What exactly these controls? So in Amazon UI screen, what exactly we are able to see? The text boxes. Text box is one control. Search buttons, right? Button is another control. So these text boxes, buttons, links, radio buttons, check boxes, okay, check boxes, and the drop downs, tables. So these all we call it as a interactive variables or interactive elements. Because whenever you open the web application manually, we do interact with these elements. So what are the elements is we required? We capture all these element related properties into the module section. Understand why module section is important? Team?
Yes, Anshu.
See, in the module section, we always use to capture the control related properties. Control related properties. Okay, what properties are required? For example, this Amazon test search box is there. How to identify this Amazon search box? See, as a manual tester, I'll directly go here and I'll work with this tool. I'll enter directly and I'll enter something here. I'll hit the search button. But in automation, that is not the case. We have to guide this step-by-step information in an automation tool. How to guide it? So to guide that, we just capture the backend technical properties of this text box, checkbox, and search button properties. What exactly it means? Let me show you in a web application directly. If I open one Amazon site here, team, so everyone able to see here Amazon search bar. This is a search amazon.in and here it is a text search button. So I just want to capture the backend properties. To capture the backend properties, do right click and here you can see inspect the tool. Okay, inspect this particular application. Everyone able to see the backend properties here. To visible this search box in a UI, the front-end developer is added this much of code. Everyone able to see? This entire thing is related to the properties of this Amazon search. Tag is input. For text boxes, always the tag is input. This is the type is text and ID and name, autocomplete, something, some additional properties are added here. Everyone able to see?
Yes, Anush.
See, in real time, we take any one of these properties. This text box is having a lot of properties here, but out of all, which properties are recommended in real time? So that is also important thing you should know. Okay, what properties here recommended? So the most frequently used properties in automation, the one thing is ID, class name, inner text of the control and the tag. So see here, do we have an ID here? Everyone able to, so I just highlighted ID here.
Yes.
It is available. If you go here, do we have a class name? Yes, class is equal to some name is there. So are you able to see name field is there? Name is equal to field keywords. Okay. Area label, placeholder. So we just pick any one of these control, any one of these to make this control as a unique. Okay. To make control as unique. If you see here, Tim, in Selenium point of view, if I compare Tosca with Selenium, they write here XPath directly within this window. How they write? They just copy this ID, complete ID, just copy the ID, use Control F. Once you use Control F, you can see the bottom of the screen, the search text box itself, it is added. Here you can see. Here, you just want to enter the ID here. You can see find by string, selector, XPath, something is happened. Let me write some XPath here. So whenever you are writing some XPath here, make sure that should be in a unique mode. Everyone able to see, once I use the ID in the right pane, in the right side, everyone able to see 1 out of 1 message. 1 out of 1 tick. Getting everyone? So team, this is what we do usually in other automation tools. In other automation tools. But in Tosca, this is not the case. I mean, you no need to inspect, you no need to write a XPath like this. Such a kind of actions are not at all required. Simply we go with scanning mechanism. I'll show you right away. Just go to your module section. Let me close this inspection window. Great. So here I'm just removing this option. Go to Tosca. So initially we are learning the module section. Go to the module section. Check out the module. Once you do a checkout, right click on here, scan application. Select Amazon application. See here, team, in Tosca, it's very easy to us. So you don't need to spend a lot of time here to write a XPath CSS paths here. It's a very simple scanning mechanism. Select the website and then click on scan. See, once you do a scan, here you can see it automatically load this entire UI structure. This structure, we call it as a DOM structure. What exactly this structure we call it as a? Tell me. DOM structure, document object structure. So if you want a clarity on that, let me show you here. I'm just opening the Tosca command Chrome browser. The scanning window itself, it's already open. So within the scanning window, just do refresh. In your left bottom, you can see refresh icon. Click on your selected window and then do a scan. So guys, everyone able to see the number of controls are loaded here.
Yes.
See here, I'm just opening one more image here to show you the differences of the DOM and HTML and the render of the application. One more minute. So if must you get some clarity, okay, before performing some actions on Tosca. Everyone able to see? Here, the left side one is the HTML code. Who are working as a front-end developer, they used to build the code like this, like HTML, header, body, buttons, something tags. They just create the code like this. What are the code it is built by developer? You can see that code into some document type. That is what we call it as a DOM structure. Everyone able to see the differences between these two? Team? See, the front-end developer, they always build the code like this, HTML, header, body like this. But here, whenever you do some inspection in your web browser level to check the document, it automatically load the DOM, document object model, okay? This DOM structure, this is, it is visible in the structure model. Like this, you can see the structure model. That is what we call it as a DOM structure. If you go to Tosca scanning, this is normal, you can see the control. But if you hide this control item up to here, let me hide it. Just click on here. Just do click, a simple click. Everyone able to see that entire loading structure? HTML, body, and under this body, some A tag is there. Under this A tag, some extra properties also there, shortcut menus, headers. So you can see a lot of control categories here. Everyone able to see that? See here, whenever you do a scanning of the one particular page in Tosca, it automatically captures the entire application related DOM structure. Okay, now cleared him. Okay, so initially once you open the web page, you can see only the control names, the name of the controls. So that means it will show you all interactive elements here. All interactive element means links, buttons, drop downs, check boxes, radio buttons. What are the buttons? It's visible in the web page. It will show you all interactive elements here. Okay. Out of all, which one we require right now, team? Search.amazon.in. Okay, simply perform a click operation on this respective checkbox. That's it. So you don't need to do any action. Automatically, Tosca will take our job to make a unique. You can see the bottom of the screen. It is stating this selected item is unique. Everyone able to see that?
Yes.
So in a right side pane, you can see, so which basis this Tosca itself, it make this one as unique. Here you can see which properties Tosca is added in the right side. ID,
Area label,
area label, and a
tag.
tag. With the help of these two identical properties, technical properties, the selected item is unique. So in Tosca point of view team, if you want to capture any element properties, you no need to spend a much time here. It's very, very simple. Do scan, it will load entire HTML DOM structure. Then select what are the controls you want. Tosca itself, it make our job as easier. So because itself, Tosca itself, it is making a selected item is unique. Okay, you don't need to spend much time here. Once these selected items are unique, simply save the module. This is what we do in real time.
So Anush, a quick question.
Yes, please go
So,
ahead.
so what if the item is not unique? So do we get
Yes.
any prompts to enable that to be unique, or
No. So it's a very, very good question, team. So because even this is also one of the interview questionnaire. So very good catch. See here, team. Within this web page, I can see a lot of controls. Okay. Out of all, if I select any one of these controls, let us assume the selected item is not unique. Let us assume. Okay. If control is not unique, then how to make a unique? That is also one of the interview question. And even this is the thing we do face most frequently, these kind of errors in real time. So as a fresher, you no need to learn, but as a experience, so we are learning this Tosca automation course in experience point of view, not a beginner point of view. Okay. As a experienced person, make sure if any control is not unique, then we are the responsible persons to make unique. How to make. So Tosca itself, they are providing a lot of flexibilities to us. Everyone able to see make unique button is highlighted in the bottom of the screen. If I click on make unique, automatically Tosca itself, it make the selected item is not unique. In case of the control is not unique. Other than this make unit, we do have a lot of identification mechanisms here. We apply all these identification mechanisms to make a unique error. Clear? Able to see? Once I hit a click operation on make unique button, automatically the selected item is unique here. Yes. Any other questions here? Aren't clear? Samir, Sirisha, Varshita, clear team?
Anusha, if in the screen repeated items are there, means which one we need to select, which one is not selected, how can we identify?
So using a naming conversions, we can recognize the control. If it is difficult for us to even identify naming, right? In Tosca, we have an option like a basic view. Let me show you. So here we can see one basic arrow, right? Just click on this basic arrow. Once you hit on, it will add the left side window like this. Just select which control you want from the web page. Whenever you do mouse over, are you able to see the item control categories are selecting here?
Yes.
So just move your cursor and which controls you want, just select that respective controls here. Okay.
Okay.
This is the basic view. So basically we do apply basic view only to select the control categories. Otherwise, go to advanced view, select the controls here. If you are facing any difficulties to find the respective controls, just use here a search option, give the name of the control. For example, I want a search control. Enter search. Enter. Are you able to see search related all controls are filtering here?
Yes, yes.
Based on that naming conversion, you can select accordingly. Once you do a selection, if you want to make sure the selected item is the right one or not, here we have one more option like highlight on selection. Click on highlight on selection. Automatically, are you able to see the black and the control is highlighted with red color?
Yes, yes, Anusha.
So these all are the possible ways to us to find the right control in the scanning window.
Okay, Anusha, thank you.
Any other questions, Steve? So the point is very simple. Let me explain. Tosca itself, it make a control as unique. If not, we'll apply some identification mechanism to make a unique. Okay. So everyone clear with this module creations team?
Yes, Anish.
Okay. So as I said earlier, right now we are just learning Tosca automation point of view. In Tosca automation point of view, what sections are most importantly we work? 3 sections. What are those sections, Tim? Models, test cases, and
Test case
execution.
execution.
So in a model section, what exactly we can store? Element properties. So instead of calling element properties, simply in Tosca terms, we always call it as a control properties, the backend properties. The simple words we can say a technical information of the business logic, technical information about a business logic. If we go back here, so the module is created, everyone able to see search text box and go button. Okay. Once the module is ready, then drag and drop this module to test case and then do a development. How we do a development into a test case team, we have to understand this. First, drag and drop a module, okay, module into test case and then develop the test case. Once the development of test case is done, once the test case development is completed, go to your execution section. It's a very simple. Again, drag and drop test case to execution section. Here do a final run. So why I said here final run, within a test case level at the time of development, we do a dry run. So the name of this run is Scratchbook execution. Once your script is working perfectly fine, then do a final run into execution list. Clear? So these all are interconnected with one-to-one team. If you want to build one automation script, first you have to focus on module creation. Once the module is ready, drag and drop that module into a test case section. Once the test case development dry run, everything is completed, then do drag and drop into execution list and then do a final execution here. Any questions on this test automation things, Tim? Clear, everyone?
Yeah, clear, Anish.
So is everyone able to hear me?
Yes.
My voice is clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So these 3 are the major sections, team. If you get an opportunity with any kind of project with Tosca automation, the flow is common. The flow is common. Okay. So and if you ask any specific project category, what about Salesforce? What about mobile? What about mainframes? So dynamic CRMs, Oracle applications, any kind of web applications, e-commerce. What are the project category? Team? What are the flow right now? I just explained to you. This flow is common for all projects. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next point is here, team, test data. So Anusha, we use some test data to test the functionality, correct? So can we use any random test data or any specific test data, team, in real time? Tell me, manual tester.
Specific test data to be used.
So must we have to use some specific test data? So if manual tester is using some specific test data, even automation tester also they have to use same data, correct?
Yes.
Then how to maintain this test data? How to maintain this test data in Tosca? To maintain this test data, team, we have three possible ways. One is a test case design. This is the one approach. Test data management. So in this section, I can say simply is a test data services. This is one thing. Last and final one is Excel document. So in Tosca, you do maintain your test data in these three locations, team. So based on the project, some of the projects still they are running in test case design. Some projects they are running into a test data services. So the most frequently nowadays are trending in real time, that is a test data services, guys. Old projects are still running in test case design, but latest projects running in test data services. Excel is an option, it is available, but no one is using this Excel feature to maintain the test data in Tosca point of view. Clear?
Yeah,
So
clear.
if you go back to your Tosca modular framework, let me show you here. Here, within this Tosca commander itself, we can see a test case design section. This is the section we prepare the test data. I mentioned one more terminology like Tosca test data services. This test data services you guys can see in Tosca server. Let me use localhost. In this Tosca server, here you can see a test data management tile. Open this. Here we just maintain the data. This is the second approach. One thing, within a commander itself, you can maintain data. Another thing, you can directly use Tosca TDS, test data server management. Okay, directly you can maintain data here. The third approach is Excel data. Clear? Any questions, team, right now? Tell me. So what are the points we discussed today? Give me more. What are the points we discussed today? One by one. Okay. What points we discussed today? Team.
In real time we have being an automation tester, three sections we are going to use: module, test case, and execution.
Yes. So see here, we are understanding today what is Tosca Commander, what is the framework structure. It is available in Tosca. So in this framework structure, what sections we majorly focus in real time. Okay. So we two more sections are there, team. Probably I'll explain these two sections in tomorrow's session. Okay, na? So that's it for today. So probably today our admin team they share you that executable file, Tosca executable file to your respective mail IDs. So download the file and install the file. They'll give you a installation reference document also. So they'll mention each and every step clearly in this installation document. Just go through the installation document and do an installation accordingly. And even I'll ask them to create a WhatsApp group today. They'll create a WhatsApp group for us. So we'll discuss. If you have any installations issues, just ping in the group. So I'll be here. I'll help you out to clear all of your installation related doubts. Once your installations are completed, your first job is here. Create a project. Once your installation is done, one more thing is pending. That is a license activation. So once your license activation is completed, make sure to create a project. So which repository you guys can use here? SQLite. Okay. Use SQLite repository to create a project. So will you able to do this thing?
Yes.
Please do complete these actions today, and tomorrow I'll explain few more things related to a framework. Only theoretical info only tomorrow also. Then day after I'll give you some examples on Tosca. Okay. Thank you, team. Any other questions, team, before dropping off?
No, Anusha.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's class, and we'll meet tomorrow same time. Thanks to you all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nisha. Bye.
Thank you, team. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good day.